Hi everyone, it's Marcie Besecker here live with you on Tuesday. I am an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and I am really excited to share a fun card with you today. And of course, I am pulling it up on my phone. Look how cute this Hey Chick card is. So today is the day that the Hey Chick cards are available. The bundles are available now. So you can purchase them today. Yay! Okay, I want to make sure I can see my comments. So I'm trying. Sometimes you click on the picture, sometimes you click on the words. It's really kind of a weird thing when you can see comments and when you can't. It's technology, right? All right. Yay! Say hi if you are here. I think I can see my comments. So I had another card created and ready for today, and it was a Valentine's Day theme. And then I decided the chicks are coming out. I have to show you guys the chicks. They're so cute. Hi, Judy. Welcome from Missouri. Welcome. And so last night, kind of late, I told my husband, I've got to do a chick card. I did these cards already, these cards. And those are on my free promotion. So I'll just show it to you quickly while we're waiting for people to come on and give you some updates. So my special for the month is if you spend $50, you must use my host code. You will get a PDF for these two cards for free. And if you purchase either one of the chick bundles, I will not only send you the PDF, but I will also send you the kit for these two cards. And I'm going to send you a bonus kit also. So that is the special going on. Of course, right now you join for only $99. You get 125 in product, 200 sheets of the DSP, which is 5 packages of each color family. I'm going to be using one pack today. I'll show you. Hi, Nola. Oh, the chicks are so cute. And of course, you get a discount. Now, I'm going to just talk briefly about this because I've had 2 people ask me this week about becoming a demonstrator, and they're concerned about their sales, having to demonstrate, doing parties, that kind of thing. It's easier than you think it is. I started as a customer just wanting a discount. So that's how I started. My own sales, some friends, couple people, even stuff as simple as adhesive, scissors, that kind of thing. That all goes towards your quota. And if you join now, you have till the end of June. So there's a perfect time right now to do it. Hi, Carol. Welcome. So anyway, give it a try. It's worth it. You get lots of paper, a great discount, and we'll get to chat and craft some more. And I only help you with what you want. If you don't want help and you just want to get your discount, that's it. That's fine. The more help you want, the more I'm here to help. So that's a little bit about that. All right, so I'm going to be showing you towards the middle of the video that we have a March special coming up for customers. So I'm going to be showing you that, so stay tuned. Hi, Erin. Hi, Linda. Chris, welcome. So that's another thing to look forward to shortly. I do have my new February code up. And let's see, I'm trying not to give you too much of a sneak peek quite yet. Okay, so here are our paper pumpkin. You've got to order by the 10th to be able to receive the bouquet of hope. So hopefully, if that's something you want, don't wait on that. All right, I'll do a few more updates later, including a sneak peek of what's coming for customers in March. I already ordered it. It should hopefully be here tomorrow, I think. Maybe the next day. I don't know. Probably tomorrow. Thank you so much for sharing, Linda. I appreciate it. Yes, if you guys would share and like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Once you subscribe, there's a bell. Click on that. If your YouTube or Gmail is open, I think that's when you'll get your notification. So let's just get busy. I have a lot to show you. Now, I did do a lot of the pre-work ahead. I'll walk you through what I did. It's the simple stuff like die cutting and that kind of thing. So let's just get busy. So here, let me fix my light over here a little bit and not get in the camera's way. Here is our cute card we're going to create today. I just love these little chicks. Hi, Kathy, Jacqueline, Linda, and Linda. Welcome, everybody. So we're going to do this. I'm going to show you a little bit about what I did. All of the measurements, details will be on my blog. And so that'll be all connected once the video is over. Then I put the blog link down below in the description. And then on my blog, I'll put the video in that so you can cross-reference, okay? All right, so we're going to take first soft suede. I just love this brown. It's just a really fun brown. And I really wanted the red to be the pop of image on here. So what I'm going to do is let me show you what we're using today because there's a lot of things. Look at all of this. Of course, I try to do simple, but look what I used. Okay, so let me show you. So the Hey Chick, I'm using the large little chick here because he is on the inside. So what a cute little surprise when you open your card up, right? Okay, I just washed my hands, but I feel like I picked up a piece of chocolate. Shh. Okay, so I used this little guy here. Then with the Hey Chick, I think this one is so cute. I just had to have this set again. I didn't get it. This was the old celebration, but I just joined at the end, so I didn't get this one before, so I'm so happy I did now. There are the dies now that come with these. So here's the birthday dies. These are what are available today, and I'll show you all the codes and everything to get them. So here are these, and this little happy birthday is really cute. So that's the set for this one. Okay, and then for this one, the Hey Chick, look at these dies, and this is what we're using most of today. I even have some tips for the barn, even though I didn't use it. I have some tips I'm going to share with that and the sign, and a lot of tips to really wow your card a little more. So, but super simple tips. All right, I used the all wired up. I've had it, and I'm going to show you on the binding of this one. There was not an image. There's an image, but it's so light. You guys can't even see it, but it's so light right here. Up on my shelf, I did not see it, so I reordered it. But I have a customer buying it. So well, actually, Downline's going to buy it, so that's good. This is really cute. All wired up, 149262. Okay, 149262. That's all wired up. All right, so my Stitch So Simply, I absolutely love these dies. These are probably one of my favorite die sets. I like it a lot. The Whimsy, which I call wonky, so if you ever hear me say the wonky dies, that's the Stitched with Whimsy. I used that because my image was all here in the middle, and I did add this DSP, and I'll show you, but I wanted to add something just a little more on the outside. So I decided to use the Whimsy die right here on the outside. So that's where I got that from. This paper in the background is what I wanted to share with you. If you sign up as a demonstrator, you are going to get 5 packages of this paper. And this one's the neutrals. You'll get the brights, the regals, the subtles, the in colors. And you'll notice that it's color on color, tone on tone. And these are fantastic for a background. And I wanted just something to just add a little bit of color, nothing super crazy, but you're going to get 200 sheets of this if you sign up. So I love it. As demonstrators, we did have a sale that we could buy them ahead of time. And so I did because I absolutely love them. And so that is what we did on the back here. And I'm going to show you how I cut that up and what I did. So let's get started. like I said, I did a lot of the pre-cut and stamping and stuff like that because I've got a lot of other little tips and tricks that I want to show you, okay? So here's our card base. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how I cut up my DSP. So last time I chose this side to work on, and this time I'm going to choose this one, just for something different. So this was down here and this was right here. So that is your 6x6 piece of paper. Okay. So of course what I did is I cut this at 4 and then I cut this at 5 1/4. Then I did the largest die. So the Whimsy, this one, I did with this large one here. Okay, so I just ran that through, gave it a little bit of something something around the edges, and that is how I came up with that. Now, of course, what am I going to do with this piece? I am going to put it on the inside of my card. Okay, so this one I decided to flip it over. It's the same color. It just kind of looked to me like a little fence with just the lines, so that's why I decided to do this card with the lines. So that's how I got the background. So we'll just set this aside with the inside. This is going to go back in my package. I'll keep that for another time. I did forget to show you the borders to backgrounds. It's another stamp set. I love it. They're all like hand painted. They're not perfect circles or stars or lines or hearts. But this right here is what I used on my ground right here. Super simple. So I'll show you. We'll get busy. All right. So I did already cut out these two from this Simply Stitch So Simply. And I did use the largest two. So these two here. This one for the red one. And this is real red. And then I stamped a larger image like this with this. So this will go on here. All right. Now, when I stamp my larger backgrounds, I'm going to show you how I do it because I've seen people do it a different way. I prefer it this way, so I just want to share with you just in case it's a way that you think you would prefer. I take this out because it's already has some sticky on it. I put it on my table. I take my mats away and I just put it right on my table. I'm going to take a piece of white, basic white paper, and I have this piece here that I'm going to use today again because I'm going to do some coloring. Just a scratch piece of paper, whatever you have. I'm going to take my ink when I find it. I used basic gray. Okay, and I just ink it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a fence, so don't worry about it. Exactly, Erin. Those are perfect. All right, and then what I do is I start here, make sure you're lined up pretty straight. Doesn't have to be perfect, and lay it down. Always keep my finger on it, okay? So then I'm going to lay this on top. Again, my hand is on it. I'm going to push on this side, and now I'm going to hold it, and now I'm going to push on this side. Just make sure you get it all over. As long as you have one hand still, you're going to get a pretty good image. Now I'm going to lift the corner. My hand is still holding it. I don't want it to go anywhere. And then I'm going to lift the edge, and now I'm going to lift it all up kind of quickly. And that way you don't get any smearing and smudging and movement when you're doing your larger dies. All right, so that's how I'm going to do that. Let me just wipe this off quickly. All right. After my video, this all goes through my scrubber with my cleaner, but for now, I just want to get it out of the way. Okay. So now we have this done. You saw how I did that. Oh, Linda, they're so cute. Do those work in the Stamparatus? Yes, Carol, they do work in the Stamparatus. Um, I prefer to do it the way I just did it because on the Stamparatus, you're closing it and then you're really like rubbing it to make sure you get a really good image. And it works perfectly fine. But for me, if I'm doing one, I'm going to do it this way. It's just faster, and that's how I like to do it. But definitely the Stamparatus will work. Okay, so next what we're going to do, and I'm just going to kind of try to keep the card here because I've got a lot going on that we're going to be doing, and I want you to see where I'm going with it, okay? So the next thing I did is I did cut out my 2 signs, and the reason I did 2 is because I want one to be the sign and one to be the post. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my sentiment and I'm going to do my sign, and that I did not pull out yet, so I think I'm going to pull out. I still like the, oh, let's see. I still like Have a Happy Day because you guys know I'm in the midst of doing Happy Mail. So I'm going to do Have a Happy Day. All right. And my memento. You guys should have seen me trying to do this card last night. Like I said, had a completely different card ready. Now, I don't know if you can see this. At the top of the sign, there's like a little no sign. Like it's, you know, the circle with the line through it. And I'm not sure why, because none of these sentiments would be like a no. So I think if you wanted to put, you know, no aging allowed or something like that on a birthday card. So what I did, you'll notice, is I did not color it in. So you really can't see it unless you look fairly closely. So, and I'll tell you what I mean about coloring it in. So I'm just going to stamp this try without my head in the way. Okay, so Have a Happy Day. All right. And now what I did is I took my scissors and I just cut the sign off. There's little lines right here, and that's for that. So you can just cut that off and snip that part off right there. I'm going to use a little bit of liquid. These chicks are just, I just can't stop playing with them. They're so cute. And they're so happy. Kind of remind me of the donkey. They're just happy. All right, so I'm going to put that on there. Hold it just for a sec. And now that's my sign. So that's, I'll put that right there. All right, so now, and I'm not done with that. I've got more to do. I've cut out my stump here too. There's a cute little wooden stump there. So I cut that out. And now I went ahead and I colored the inside chicken. It's going to be kind of like we're doing with the other one, so I'll show you, but I didn't feel the need to color that one, but we are going to color this one. And then we are going to do something different with the corn and everything, and I'll show you that in a minute. Let me move my card a little bit. Okay, so for the chicken, the first thing I did is I took the dark red, and I'm going to take the small, and I'm using the blends, and I'm going to do a little bit of his hair, not a lot. Just you want to make sure you add some, just kind of from the root out, and not a whole lot, but enough. Okay, so just kind of add it, but not the tips, and you don't have to do all the way. Let me pull you in a little bit. Oh, Gail, welcome. No problem. Okay, I have a new little mouse thing, and it's kind of, I have to click it for it to work. It's like it goes to sleep. It's kind of weird. Oh, Jennifer, you're going to love it. Okay, so I did the feathers, and now I'm going to do a little bit of the end feathers. And you don't have to do them all. I just really want to add some red in there. Okay, and then I just kind of wisp it in a little bit. Nothing too crazy. And then what I do is I'm going to do the wiggles on his feathers. Just a few wiggles, and you're like, oh no, it's not going to come out. It will. Now I'm going to switch to my dark pumpkin pie, and I'm going to do his beak, and I'm going to do his feet. And this is not fancy. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Okay, so now I want my So Saffron. Oops, here's my other one. Oops, stuck to my adhesive. Okay, So Saffron, and I'm going to bring in my mango. So first what I want to do is I'm going to do the darker So Saffron, and I'm just going to kind of blend these feathers and the one on the neck. Okay, just kind of come down, and I'm going to go ahead and do it up on his face. I want this to kind of be the bulk color, but it's going to change a little when we start blending everything. And to me, I think his head sticks through these feathers just a little bit, so I'm going to color that in. All right, I'm going to go back with the red now. Oh, Carol, no worries. And you're going to see, you guys, I just keep going back and forth with color. I'm going to add a little bit of the red just for some shading kind of at the bottom here. He's going to be a plump little chicken. Okay, so just kind of go up a little bit. And now take your So Saffron again. I'm going to turn them whatever's easiest for your angle. And I'm just going to keep blending. Okay, and now I'm going to blend through. Let that kind of dry. You're going to keep going back, so don't worry. Remember, the way you're pushing your blend is the way it's going to go. So you don't want to do too much on a line because it's going to bleed out. So blend upward if you can. And I'm going to fill the rest of his color in, or her color. I think she's fancy, so we're going to say her. All right, so just keep blending. And then kind of let it dry a little bit. Let's move to the tail. Same thing. I try to stay within the lines a little bit, but it's not earth-shattering. I just try to blend those colors a bit. All right, so now I'm going to let that sit for a bit, and now we're going to move to the hair. And I'm going to add a little more of this color, not a lot, but enough. And now I can get a little messy with it. Now I can kind of go over the red, bring a few streaks down and out, just so she looks like she's got some different hair going on. Okay, now I'm going to take my dark Mango Melody. I'm going to start it in the middle where all these feathers are, because I'm really wanting to kind of blend this up. Again, I'm going to go a little bit around the outside. I'm going to do more on the feathers over here. And notice I'm not going up too much up the neck, because we're going to do something else there that'll help blend it a little more. Okay, and now we're going to do a little on the hair. Not a lot, but we want to add some gold highlights in there. And so you're just layering and layering and just kind of adding and getting kind of the look you want. And I just go like a circle in the middle, because if it bleeds out a little, it's okay. There's a lot of room for it to go. You just don't want to go out too far doing that, but it's going to add kind of that orangey color like you have on the body. All right. And there's a couple little strands close to the face that I want to come in a little more and get the tips. That really shows the orange because you've got so much red on there. So I'm just going upward, you notice, so that the color goes up and not out. Okay, so I think I am good with the body part. I think that's blended enough for me. So now what I do is I take the light saffron. Oop, I like the larger end. And I just kind of go over the whole thing. And you can see now that that orange is just kind of going along with the light saffron. Come back up here. Do the face, the tips of the hair right there where you might not have gotten. And I go over it a couple times just to kind of blend it with the color of the mango. And so there is our little guy. We can add a little up here. Just kind of yellow that up a tiny bit. And there's our chicken. So you just kind of keep coloring to get the color that you want. What you want. None of them are going to look the same. See, this one I did a little more red. And I did a little more red on the feathers. So it's all in what you are looking for. And I actually think I am going to add a little more red to this guy. Just towards the end here because the yellow kind of blended it. I'm just going to add a little bit more. Okay, so don't be intimidated by the blends. The thing to remember is to always go inward from the line so you don't go out. If you go out, that is where you're going to take your color lifter and you're going to take your edge here, like there's barely a little bit right there, but I'm just going to go like this and flick it inward. And when it dries, the color has been moved inward. So make sure you get one or two of those. All right, so that's kind of what I was going for. I did basically the same thing, except I did a lot of saffron on this one. I did a little bit of the light mango on the belly, and that's pretty much it. And then I just, kind of did a little darker around the outside and just blended in. So I hope that helps. So there's our little guys. And now I'm going to show you on the corn. So I have a lot of steps to show you, but I've got some things already put together. I just want to kind of show you some ideas on, oh, you know what? Those were extras. So I'm going to move those over there. Here's my corn right here. Okay, so when you do your corn, when I did it on my old machine, it did not do the little indentions and stuff as nicely as, oh, see, that's kind of blurry, sorry, as nicely as the cut and emboss did. So it might just be because it's a newer machine, but so here are your three things. I chose to do these in different colors. Let me move that back in because I kind of thought that the corn husks were a little lighter than the corn itself, and I think it just adds a little dimension. So if I would have done those all in the same color, you would have just seen the corn sticking out, but I really thought adding that different shade of green kind of made that corn a little more interesting to look at. So this is what I did. I used my liquid glue. I took one of my green little husks here and I added a little bit of glue. And you know how our glue is, you just need a little bit. So just like that. And then take your corn, it's the pointy side is going to be up. I'm going to add it on the back so that when you turn it over, oops, sorry, my camera's been moved and I got to get used to this angle. So when you turn it over, it's going to be like that. Okay, so that's your little corn. So I did all of these. So I did 4 of those. And then I took the corn, and I've seen it done a couple different ways. You could just lay them. You're going to notice that you have a big opening like here, here, and here. And you could probably put a 4th one in, but I like 3. I thought 3 was enough. And so what I did is I pulled out my silicone mat, which I don't think I can grab one right now. I have one still packed from my trip, and my other one's got all my stuff on it right here that I did already. But I'll show you. I just added some glue here. I did use tweezers, but you can just turn it over, and I tucked it under, kind of under the leaf, but sticking out. Okay, so that's kind of how I did it. So you'll see when I pull these in that this is how, I'll finish that one later, but this is how I did it. Thanks, Carol. So these are how I did my little corns, okay? So now what I'm gonna do, let me move that glue there, is I'm gonna bring in these, my stump, my sign. So I'm bringing all these in right now. So what I did at this point is I brought in my markers. So when I list the markers and I list the whole package, it's because I highly recommend you get the whole package, because I use them for a lot of stuff like this, and I just think they're super useful. So the first one I did is the soft suede. I'm going to take the thin end, and if you see the difference here between the stumps, see how this one has some character to it? It's the same color. So what I'm going to do is take my thin end, and they've already got the lines on there. I just go straight down the lines. I do exactly what they have. Okay. It's just color these lines in. All you're doing is adding a little character, and yes, you could probably use your blending brushes, but I really didn't want the whole stump darker. I just wanted the lines, so it still has that clean feel to it, but you're adding a little more line. That's okay, you guys. Think about how happy you'll be when you get your product. All right, so again, just adding the simplest little accent on these, just really make them pop. All right, so that is enough for the dark, and now I brought crumb cake in, so it's basically going to be color on color. I'm not doing that little no sign in the middle like I told you about. I'm not quite sure why that's there. There's no sentiment that goes with the no, but you could write yourself a little, your own little sentiment on there. Okay. And if you got a line, it's not that big of a deal like I just did. Okay, so there's your sign. There's your stump. So those will just kind of go like that. Now, same thing with your corn. So what I did is I took my Pear Pizzazz on Pear Pizzazz. All right, there's some little lines on here. They're just little. And you could do it before they're on, but I just do where I can see. So it's not a big deal. I like, you know, whatever your preference is. You can do it while it's on, while it's off. This still has glue on it. All right, so again, we're just gonna, that's why I say the markers are huge, and I don't know if they're still on back order or not. I should have looked. But definitely worth getting. Okay, I don't color with the markers like to color. Carol, they are truly worth it. Okay, so now I'm going to do, let's do the green. So I have garden green on garden green. Same thing. The top didn't even have those lines, but all the leaves did. So I just follow them. And if your machine doesn't impress the lines, because there are like lines on this, just draw them on. Just draw them. But the Cut and Emboss does an amazing job with this card with the little embossing here. Okay, my poor little silicone mat is full of stuff. I need to unpack my other one is what I need to do. All right, so again, just color your lines. And it does not have to be perfect. Some of these I'm not even on the line. All right, so there's that. Oh, one more. Bottom row. Okay, and now for the corn. You know, it's funny because Kathy, when you do little paper piercings and stuff, oh my gosh, I just love how they come out. All right, I'm going to take them off the paper now because they're really starting to stick. All right, so now I used Bumblebee for the paper. I didn't do the bright colors. I wanted this to be a little more earth tony, mainly because of my bird. My chicken. I wanted him to be a little more, I mean, he's bright, but he's not like daffodil, right? So, all right, so now we're going to take and I'm just going to do little marks like this, just little like sad face kind of marks. That's what the image looks like on the corn. And I'm not really necessarily going with the image on the corn because it's so faint. I'd be sitting here all day trying to see it. But okay, let me see if I can lift this up if you can see it. So there's the corn. You can kind of see it. I know up close it doesn't. Yeah, Carol, I kind of thought they were on back order. And maybe that's the whole set. I didn't check, but you might be able to buy, you know, each section as you want. But, I mean, I love the whole set. All right, so I have all my little pieces for my card. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start adhering, and I have a couple other things I need to do. So we're going to add our adhesive. And we're going to go ahead and put this on here. I know a lot of it has to do with the shipping and all that kind of stuff is getting stuck out in the ocean trying to get it here. All right, so we're going to try and put that on here like this. All right, now before I did that, I could have done this, but I did this yesterday too, and it worked out fine. Is I have a piece of, as soon as I can find it, you want to get a piece of crumb cake. Oh, here it is. And this is going to be my ground. So remember, I've told you before, if you tear towards you, I want a hill kind of, and then kind of go back down. So this is going to be my little hill right here. All right. So I'm just going to tear this downward. And then what I did is I brought my trimmer in. I'm just wanting the hill about right there. It doesn't have to be super high, super low. So we're going to put this hill a little lower, but still a hill. So just tear your paper. Okay, and it's going to be too long, and I know that, and that's okay. Now what I'm going to do is bring my paper in. And this is where I'm going to bring in those borders to background. So I'm going to use this one right here. Looks like rocks or dirt. I really like this. And I'm just going to put it on this short. I don't care if this is hanging out because I'm not going to need that much anyway. Hi, Jennifer. And now I'm going to pull in my crumb cake. I like to do color on color for the most part for something like this. All right, so you're going to take your image, and I'm just going to layer up my dirt. See how it's working? And go all the way to the top. And there's my ground. You guys are cracking me up. Okay, so I'm going to start it over here on the ground. So I'm going to go to about right there, and I'm just going to cut it. And again, if it's not exact, your trees or your corn's going to go there. I'm not too worried about it. And now I'm going to tear towards again and just kind of round out that hill there. All right, so, and don't forget, you guys, I'm going to show you a sneak peek what's coming up for customers in March. We were able to order, so I'll be playing with it really soon. All right, so there's my dirt. All right, so now we're going to do our corn, and I went ahead and glued it straight down. I started with the top and worked down because I want it to, the bottom part to be kind of in the corn that's in the front. So remember, when you add that little bit of glue and add those corn stalks, you're still going to be adding more glue and layering it. So you're going to be okay. So I went ahead, start at the top like this. And if it's off a little, it's all right. That makes it all the better looking, I think. All right, because you still have the card base you're going to be putting it on. And now we have our next one. Make sure you get those corns. I'm not too worried about the ends. I kind of don't want it all pressed down. I'm more concerned with gluing the corn, except this down here I want because it's going to be at the bottom of the card. And then I just add it right to the edge of the dirt because it is going on the dirt. And now you're going to see your 3 corns right here, and that's okay. They're piled up a little bit, and that's fine. Okay, so those are just kind of added there. All right, I'm going to use this chicken just because he's already got dimensionals on. Hi Phoebe, welcome. All right, so I'm going to put my little chicken here up on the hill. He's just kind of standing in the field. I'm going to put my stump. All right, who's buying chickens today? Is the die for the corn also embossed? Yes, the corn, all of that has an embossed, let me see, let me show you. See if you can see this. Okay, so see how the corn has like the little ripples in it? I have the non-autofocus thing on because it gets weird, but sometimes. And then this one has lines in it. And then this one has like little lines in it too. And so they all have little lines. Okay, so here's our little stump. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this over here in the corner. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. And I didn't worry about the, let me see what I did. I think I popped it up, yeah. I went ahead and added my dimensions on my sign, but then I did add a little bit of glue on the post of the sign. So we'll take those off. And we're just going to kind of add it a little wonky. Just kind of sticking out a little bit. All right, so let's move this out of the way. We're going to bring in our I was going to say wonky, our whimsy stitched piece of our DSP. All right, and I'm going to adhere this down. Hi Heather, welcome. All right. we're going to add this down, which I love this color on color. If you are not a demonstrator, you can get all of this paper. But if you are not, or you don't have this paper, obviously you could take the background, where is it? The all wired up, and maybe stamp off once and then stamp on again just so you get a faded look in the background, or a different background, even like the honeycomb or anything like that that you might have, you could do. All right, so we are going to add our dimensionals on here. So let's see what I have left here. I like to put one in the middle when they're a little larger, just so it doesn't kind of cave in right there. And see, you're going to see how you have your glue still kind of sticking out right there. And that's going to be fine. It'll dry or stick to the paper below, but because of dimensions, it may not, and that's okay. All right. Now I noticed that one of my dimensionals is sticking out just a little bit right there, so I'm going to just poke it in. It's foamy and it's sticky on the top, so just kind of stick it and then push it down. You'll be fine. Okay, so now that is that. Let me grab an inside and cut it so it's a little on the square side. I just got a notice that said someone else might be, and I think it's signing on to one of my, into my Microsoft account, but you know, they always want you to go to that page and fix it, and I don't trust any of that stuff. All right. I always like it when they say something's going on with your Amazon account. Well, the Amazon account's on my husband's name, so I know it's not my account, so they can scare me all they want. Okay, so I just added this to the bottom. We have our big chick here. I'm just going to glue him flat. Thank you. All right, so we'll put him on here. Just kind of fun. I think he's a happy surprise when you open up your card. And you guys know I've been trying to send out happy mail. I've been doing a really good job so far. I still have a lot of happy mail I need to send. Oh, Carol, you're sweet. Thank you. All right, so I'm just going to add this guy here. So cute. And now I could do have a happy day and then do the happy birthday inside. June is so far away, Bonnie. I would die. Oh, Debbie, I think you're going to like it. Okay, so once I got here, one of the things that I just love are these artisan bloomed adhesive back. And I just knew immediately that this color, uh-oh, did I take them out already? I might have taken them out already. Let me find them. I've got corn going everywhere right now. This is soft suede. I think the DSP is Sahara Sand. This is oatmeal, crumb cake. And this is soft suede also. And yes, that's real red. And all of that will be on my blog. The paper in the background is the DSP for new demonstrators. And that's where I got that from. Oh, Jennifer, thank you. Okay, so then what I did is I chose to put some of these, because they're so pretty, just kind of, tucked in here. They don't have to be out and about. I like to kind of tuck things in. Oh, looks like I lost one over here, because I like to put 3. I bet you it went somewhere. All right, so we'll put another one on there, and we'll put another little guy. I do too, Phoebe. That paper is really pretty. All right. So there we go. Now there was a couple things I wanted to share with you. Um, on your barn, it does have a lot of detail. Let me see which one you can see best. It has a lot of detail on there. So if you do it in white, I definitely think you could use your alcohol markers and come out with an amazing image. Even if you just did the roofs, the walls, and then there's like a little hay, like right here up in the window and over here on the left. But the other thing you could do is you could take your scissors. This was one of the things I was going to do last night, but because I decided to do this card last minute, I decided not to. But you could cut off your roof all the way around. And again, this has, like, you could, I don't even know why that's there. You could have a chicken's head sticking out of there, but it's kind of a small barn for a chicken's head to be there. But I think it is so you could paper piece. And you could cut this off here. And I would cut, again, you can tell right here, it's got the little places for you to cut. I know when I get close, you guys can't see, but it just tells you to cut all this off right here. Okay, so you could adhere your barn just like that. And to me, I think that's perfect for the background. You don't have to color in all the images and everything that's there. I would just add some glue. I would kind of make sure your peak of your barn is kind of, make sure it's straight. But other than that, look at that cute little barn. I mean, we could, this could even have gone in the inside, you know, something just kind of cute. But that's an idea for the barn. And again, there's so much fun stuff with this die set. Of course, you've got the dies for your chickens. Look at this. You've got your little wire fence there if you wanted to use that. You've got eggs. And you've got little chicken feed. Oh, look at my camera. See, I moved my camera over, you guys, so I've got to get used to going to my left. So there's a little chicken feed here, too, that I could have put on the ground. But I just liked the little spots better. And I just thought that was kind of a fun look. I wanted this to be my main focus. But I didn't want this to be too empty on the outside, which is why I did that, that die on the outside. Okay, so now I want to show you guys a couple things. My new mouse is kind of wonky. All right, so I'm going to show you what's coming up in March, and you're going to love it. It'll also be on my blog post, so make sure you guys are subscribed. Okay, so if you guys can subscribe, share, and like, I would really appreciate it. A lot of people don't realize when you do YouTube, to keep your YouTube up and going and up at the top for people to see, coming back and making comments is huge. Liking the video, sharing the video, the more activity there is, the better that people can see our videos. So I really do appreciate when you do that. I am live on Tuesdays and Sundays, and I am going to be doing some more in-between videos in the next couple weeks because I have a lot to share before the celebration is over at the end of February. So don't miss out on getting what you want, especially out of the celebration catalog, because you are gonna, it's gonna be gone and it's gonna be hard to find. I would love it if you guys would shop with me. My February code is right there. And again, here it is. And if you go to marciebeseckerdesigns.com and subscribe there, you will get notified of my videos. The link will be in my blog. And you'll also get measurements and that kind of thing in there. And also specials and all that kind of stuff. So you'll see that there. I am on Facebook at Marcie Besecker Designs. I try to remind everybody the days I'm going live. Sometimes it could be the morning of or a half hour before or anything like that. Sometimes I give sneak peeks, sometimes I don't. So I'd love for you guys to go over and subscribe there. Obviously, I would love to have you guys join my team. I'm trying to build my team. Now is the perfect time. No, you do not have to demonstrate or do videos or anything like that. You can join if you just want to get a discount. So don't let that stop you. Right now is $99. You're going to get $26 in free product. You're also going to get 200 sheets of the DSP. So it's totally worth just giving it a go and trying. You have nothing to lose. So if you do it and decide this isn't for me, then that's fine. Then you'll stay a customer, and that would be awesome. Okay, so big news coming up in March. We are going to have a fun bundle, and it's called Butterfly Bouquet. It's one stamp, one die, but there are extra items. So once I am done with my posting here, thank you so much, Debbie. With my posting here, I am going to update my blog, and this PDF here will be on my blog. So you can buy it March 2nd. My contact information there is at the bottom. Not only are you getting the stamps and the dies, but look at that gorgeous paper. And there's 2 sheets of the natural birch color and texture paper on the right hand side. So that will be on my blog. I think these are really pretty. I think you can cut them apart, do them individually. They're kind of like the mini messages die set, so you can get all your sentiments and everything at one time. I think that's a really cool deal. If you decide to sign up as a demonstrator, you can order that now. I ordered it. Mine should be here tomorrow. I'm so excited. So you'll start seeing some of that coming your way also. Bonnie, I love butterflies too. Thanks, Bonnie. Good, Jennifer, I will. Oh, thank you, Erin. I really appreciate you guys. So don't forget also, if you order from me for $50 with a host code, you could get a PDF for these 2 cute cards that I created. And if you order either one of these chick sets from me, I will send you these 2 card kits plus a surprise card kit. Oh, Tashana, you'll want to watch from the beginning. Look, they're super cute. This is what we did today. Oops, see my camera. I got to get used to my new angle, you guys. I love my new setup. I love the lighting and everything is great. I just have to get used to my camera is a little more to the left than I'm used to. So it's more over here. And I tend to be this way a little bit more. So I'm getting used to it. Bear with me. Oh, Nola, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks, Tashana. Yeah, I'd love to have you guys, like I said, no pressure. Do it for a discount. It's totally worth it, especially right now. You're going to go through the end of June, which the new catalog is going to come out. Being a demonstrator, you're going to get early access to seeing the catalog. We have On Stage coming, which you're going to get a free stamp set if you participate in On Stage. But you don't have to do all that. You can do it just for a discount. Oh, thanks, Janet. You're welcome, Karen. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining. If you have any questions, let me know. I would be happy to answer them for you. I think I got all of the details. Again, when you go to my blog, that's not my blog. Those are the 2 bundles available. There's Hey Chick bundle and Hey Birthday Chick bundle. I totally recommend both of them, and don't forget the all wired up set, which is this one right here, which is the barbed wire. You don't want to forget that. I think it's such a cute add-on. Hi, Jeanette. Thank you. You're welcome, Carol. So, and don't forget, okay, so when you do go to my blog on the top, there's the shopping is on the right hand side. The host code, this is obviously an old picture, is on the bottom right side, right below my shop. Just copy that code, go right into the shop, and make sure you add that in the host code area. And at the top, you can click on join my team. And if you want Paper Pumpkin, you can also go and click on that button. And about and contact, please feel free to message me. You can go to my Facebook page, which is Marcie Besecker Designs, or Marcie Besecker. You can find me there too. You are so welcome. You ladies, I really enjoy spending my time with you guys. I will see you soon because I have another project that I was going to do today that I may end up doing on Thursday. So maybe look for me Thursday or Friday with a special video. Ooh, no, I'm getting butterflies tomorrow. Okay, so I might be doing 2 more videos before Sunday. Probably. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell there for a notification. Have a great day.